Welcome everyone. I am Larry E. McKim, First Sergeant, U.S. Army retired, and I am the chairman of the Greater Sierra Vista United Veterans Council. I will be honored to be your master of ceremonies for this event. I'd like to take this time to introduce our special guests. First of all, we have the Honorable Rick Mueller, Mayor of Sierra Vista. We have Brigadier General Anthony Hale, Commanding General of the United States Army Intelligence Center of Excellence and Fort Huachuca. Colonel Judy-Ann Carroll, U.S. Army retired, the 2020 Greater Sierra Vista United Veterans Council Veteran of the Year. Everyone please stand for the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing for a moment of silence for those that have gone before us. Thank you. You can maybe seat. Now I'm going to call upon Mayor Mueller, who will present his proclamation.
Good morning, Sierra Vista. It's my honor and privilege as mayor of the city of Sierra Vista to offer the following proclamation on behalf of the good citizens of Sierra Vista. Whereas, born in the fires of revolution and tempered by civil war and foreign conflicts, the United States of America today embodies the highest ideals of freedom and democracy. And whereas, for well over 200 years, millions of Americans have answered our nation's call to defend our freedoms and our constitutional republic form of government against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. And whereas a special day was established in 1926 to recognize and commemorate the signing of the armistice which ended World War I in 1918, and whereas that day was initially named Armistice Day and traditionally celebrated at the 11th hour of the 11th day in the 11th month of the year, and today we celebrate the 101st anniversary of that day. And whereas on June 1st, 1954, the name was changed to Veterans Day to honor the men and women who have served America in its armed forces throughout our nation's history and through each conflict our country has encountered. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Frederick W. Mueller, Mayor of the city of Sierra Vista, Arizona, do hereby proclaim November 11th, 2020 to be Veterans Day in and for the city of Sierra Vista. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the great seal of the city of Sierra Vista to be affixed. This the 11th day of November, the year of our Lord, 2020, and independence of the United States of America, 244th. Signed, Frederick W. Mueller, Mayor, City of Sierra Vista. It's now my honor and privilege to present this proclamation to the Greater Sierra Vista Veteran of the Year, Colonel Judy-Ann Carroll. Congratulations, Colonel Carroll.
Our guest speaker today is Brigadier General Anthony R. Hale, Commanding General, United States Army Intelligence Center of Excellence in Fort Huachuca.
Good morning. My name is Tony Hale, and I'm the Commanding General of Fort Huachuca and the U.S. Army Intelligence Center of Excellence. Mr. Mayor, thank you for inviting me this morning. And to all of Sierra Vista and Cochise County, thank you for joining us today. I have worn the cloth of our nation for 32 wonderful years. And while that may sound like a long time for some, it has gone by quickly. And is just a snapshot in the great history of this nation's military. For more than 244 years, the world's greatest heroes have flocked to the U.S. shores to live the American dream for themselves and to defend it for others. No matter where our ancestors came from, the way they worshiped, their beliefs, the color of their skin, or their gender, we are all unified today in the freedom only America can provide. And those freedoms were provided for by our nation's veterans. Whether Army, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, Air Force, or our new Space Force, it's those who came before me to whom I owe my service, my gratitude, and my way of life. From the Revolutionary War, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and now the global war on terror that has lasted more than 20 years to ensure our freedom. It has always been this nation's veteran who gives us everything that we enjoy as Americans. To our veterans listening today, thank you for your service and for your commitment. Make no mistake, our country and the sacred union of our people have endured due to our service and sacrifice. The greatest generation is called that for a reason. 16 million Americans served in World War II. Those proud Americans carried the light of liberty and justice across the world, defeating darkness that threatened to consume us. But even they benefited from those who came before them. With each campaign, we learned valuable lessons. We've proven our might, but we've also seen where improvement is needed. This is the very thing and why we are the greatest country on earth and wear the greatest jersey of any team in the world. We learn, we adapt, and we grow. We capitalize on the diverse richness of America. We pull talent from every walk of life, from every background, to build diverse teams that lead us to success time and time again. I cannot tell you how proud it makes me feel to stand here at the edge of the frontier at Fort Huachuca, home of the Buffalo Soldier. America's military has always led its way in diversity, which is exactly why we are an unbeatable force to be reckoned with. If we were together today, I would ask each veteran to stand, and I know we would smile at the diversity that is in our ranks. When we go to war, we go with the best trained men and women in the world. We build joint teams from elite forces that come from every branch of service. We have the best equipment, the most lethal firepower, and the support of the American public. We also enjoy rich relationships globally and have the power of kindness, empathy, and diplomacy because you taught us to treat everyone with dignity and respect. Taking the lessons you learned fighting for our country, we proudly embrace our roles as soldiers for life. You, the American service member, has become a global sign of stability and security. We owe every American and allied partner who has served with us a special thanks and recognition. The impact you have had on our country is immeasurable. You are some of the most well-respected members of our communities, and for good cause. You are deserving of admiration and thanks for your honorable service. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't point out that our service members can't win wars alone. There are important groups of people who directly support our mission and who don't get a day of recognition, but without whom we would not be successful. I'm talking about our civilian employees, our contractors, and our family members of all of our personnel. Our contractors and civilians deploy and they go to war with us. They fight right alongside us. And yes, they even give their life in the line of duty. Their loss is no less painful because they serve in civilian capacities and their families don't miss them any less. So while they are not officially veterans, I think we also owe them a debt of gratitude for their service on this and every other day. Because like you, our veterans, we would not be here without the service of all of our teammates and our family members. I would like to close by asking each of you to reach out to a veteran in your life today. We are blessed to have a community full of men and women who never need to wonder whether they value nor question whether they made a difference. But far too many of our brothers and sisters are hurting, they feel alone, and they suffer from depression. Especially now, as the COVID pandemic has increased our physical social distance, reach out to a hero in your life, no matter how long it's been since you spoke or served together, and just let them know that they mattered and that they are loved. Far too many of our heroes lose battles with depression, and they mean too much to us for us to let that continue to happen. I am in absolute awe of what our veterans have accomplished and will continue to accomplish. I cannot thank you and your families enough for what you have done. I hope I can only live up to your legacies and that we continue to make you as proud as you make us. May future generations continue to march in step with your positive example as we owe everything to you and your service on this, our 75th Veterans Day. Always out front, Army strong.
Thank you, General.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor.
Will you all please rise for the playing of taps? Please take your seats. This concludes our virtual Veterans Day ceremony. Now we will hear the service medley, followed by a slideshow of some of our local veterans.